And we gotta talk about that shit. The fucking YB and NoCap. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did. They was going back and forth today. It seems like my friend asked me about it. I told him like it seems like YoungBoy feels like NoCap is not all the way loyal for whatever reason. It seems like it's a little behind the scenes shit. But NoCap feels like he didn't do anything wrong. Know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a misunderstanding, but now that they brought it to the internet, it's gonna get blown up because the fans gonna pit them against each other next.
That is true. But to be honest, I feel like YoungBoy's at the point like he just don't give a fuck about really nobody. Cause even before this, because he was saying it was with Quando, he didn't like stick up for Quando or take pictures with Quando or something like that.
Well, he was like, I guess he probably felt like NoCap was avoiding Quando, and also I forgot in one of his songs, people, I think it was maybe Rallo or Dirk, but they thought NoCap was dissing them, and he came out and was like, nah, I wasn't dissing him. But you know, Rallo and NoCap was like this and shit, but it's like one of them signed to Baby and the other one signed to YoungBoy, and Baby with Dirk, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, well, Baby he not with Dirk, but he be with Dirk, and so it's like a clashing over that shit, you know what I'm saying? And it put NoCap in a situation where he like, I'm not gonna not be cool with Rallo, but I'm gonna stick with the people like I'm signed with, like YoungBoy, you know what I'm saying? Did give him a platform, you know what I'm saying? You can't, that's why I think he was trying to keep it respectful. That's why I think NoCap was trying to keep it like respectful at first, but now it's like YB brought it to the internet, so it's like nothing really they could do.
That is true, but me like looking at it, I feel like YoungBoy really never fuck with NoCap like that. For the simple fact they don't have I think they got a couple songs together, but it's like a lot of people didn't know NoCap was signed, like him and YoungBoy was under the same label at all. Like I didn't even know. But
it's like artists do that all the time to where it's like I don't think he wanted to be in YoungBoy's shadow. And it's like they have, you know what I'm saying, a couple of songs together, but he even, like a fan asked NoCap, oh, drop some new shit with Top, and he like, I don't want people to say Top, I'm saying riding Top wave, so we're gonna do some shit later, you know what I'm saying, type shit. That's what he said. And which is, I understand that, cause it's like, people get a Drake feature in the beginning of their career, and then it's like once that shit happens, it's hard for them to follow up on that because that first song was so big, and everybody like, oh, that shit not good. Oh, Drake put you on. Like they used to say like the Drake stimulus package, you know what I'm saying, or the Lil Baby feature, the Lil Baby stimulus package, you know what I'm saying. And I feel like it's that same effect with YoungBoy. It's like he can't do too much shit with YoungBoy because they're gonna be on his dick about it. And it's like he's on a few of the NBA. He's on at least got like one song on each of the NBA projects. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I was about to say on the recent ones. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I say that name. Yeah, I can look. But
yeah, I think he's on at least one song. Definitely. And that's what I was gonna say. Like, artists will act like they're not signed because you get more notoriety for not being signed. You know what I'm saying? Still acting like you're independent. And they've both been in and out of jail too at the same time, so they haven't probably had time to really lock in. YoungBoy still on house arrest and shit like that. Is he on it?
No, he is not. Like the last 3 albums, he is not.
Oh no, I'm talking about the NBA project.
Oh, the actual album?
Yeah, like the group.
Oh yeah. He definitely probably on that bitch. Yeah, I want to say he's definitely. Yeah. But like on like YoungBoy's
album, yeah,
he's not. And I don't know, man, cause me personally, I feel like NoCap, like you can't say like YB put on NoCap, like NoCap been that, like NoCap got his own thing, like nigga got bars, like, and then he just going over people's heads.
Yeah, he got hella bars, and I think he definitely got better wordplay than YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, him and Rallo the best, like when it comes down to wordplay.
Yeah, it's like I say YoungBoy still has a way bigger fan base, but that's only because people haven't heard Rallo and NoCap yet. Know what I'm saying? It's still I feel like a big demographic that haven't. Maybe they heard Ghetto Angels and a few other songs, but they really still haven't listened to NoCap's projects to.
Like a whole album, downloading the whole album. You might hear a couple songs or two, but you're not going to go download NoCap's album unless you like him like that.
Yeah.
Straight like that. But like me personally, I feel like even so, he could still do a song with YoungBoy, and if they did a song, he could definitely have a better verse than YoungBoy on that song.
Yeah.
Real life, he's that talented. So for the simple fact like that they haven't done anything together, it's kind of weird.
But they just haven't done a lot together.
Definitely, but like he's doing it with everybody else. Like he got like 2 whole albums with Quando Rondo, whole album like collaborative albums. Like I looked on another whole album's ready to drop with Quando Rondo. Like it's like I just peeped it.
Oh, he said another one's dropping with him.
Literally, like it's called 3860. It's
yeah, he do got that coming out.
And that's straight with Quando. And no offense, but I'm taking NoCap over Quando.
Yeah.
So for this
NoCap over Quando?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take NoCap over Quando. But I think it's about the loyalty, like
definitely.
Probably feels like YB definitely feels like Quando's rolled harder for him and rolled harder for NBA as a whole compared to NoCap. He probably feel like NoCap just been kind of silent. NoCap explained himself of why he wasn't dissing whoever people thought he was dissing, and YB like, why the fuck you even feel like you need to explain yourself? Like that's more so the side he coming from, like, and to feel like that. It's like to me it's business. Now I'm saying I wouldn't if I was him and had beef with Baby or Dirk or whatever. If he wanted to fucking work with Rallo, go fucking work with Rallo. Like we trying to get money at the end of the day. But then again, YB's not the most reasonable person. Like he's very disagreeable, and I think that's a lot of why people like him. Usually disagreeable men are, people fuck with people that's not just on the same wave as everybody else. Know what I'm saying? Like
he just don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard not to give a fuck. And he has it. He just don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But he has been very quiet. That's why a lot of people didn't know he was signed with NBA YoungBoy, because he don't.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you just seen the chain. You just seen him with an NBA chain. He was like, he signed? I was like, yeah. So I can see why he can feel some type of way, especially because, like, okay, we got beef with these. Like, really, if we got beef with these niggas, you got beef with these niggas. It's sort of like a gang mentality. He's treating it like a gang mentality. I don't fuck with these niggas, so you better not fuck with these niggas.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it's not good business, but at the end of the day, that in itself also sells, because like with the whole I Hate YoungBoy song and how he just was dissing everybody, like that brings mystique to you, and it brings like, oh, roar about yourself like you really don't give a fuck. Know what I'm saying? And he probably just wants everybody around him to have the same energy as him, which is not gonna always be the case. But you do start to realize YoungBoy's still a fairly young man. Know what I'm saying? So he's still learning and growing, and of course that ego, know what I'm saying? Ego is always gonna be the thing that ends people relationships and stuff like that, because I feel like it's just petty unless somebody fucking died behind it, you know.
Right, but somebody did die behind it.
Yeah, somebody did die behind it, but I'm talking about like as far as like NBA and NoCap. I feel like that shit should have just never made it to the internet. I feel like it could have been solved with a phone call.
But you know it's clicks. It's clicks.
Yeah.
You gonna get bread. Like that's what he. Not saying he's doing it for that, but I mean he's getting.
Could be. Hey, you never know. It could be. YoungBoy could be behind the scenes. Like fuck it up. NoCap.
Fucking mastermind.
Let's fucking beef, and know what I'm saying, we ain't really taking this shit seriously, but the world gonna take it seriously. Know what I'm saying? That nigga said, "What, you gonna fuck him with his herpes dick 10 times?"
Bro, I didn't see the original post, but I seen that, and I was like, huh? Like, I seen it. I was like, there's no way he said this shit. No way he said that shit.
He's definitely said it, y'all.
That's weird. I ain't even gonna lie, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Shout out YoungBoy. Shout out NoCap. I hope them young men can come to a mutual fucking just find common ground and make some bread together, because they could make some phenomenal music together. Definitely not saying if they stop even like, and then YoungBoy gotta realize at the end of the day you can't be for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, who you gonna have on your team, you know what I'm saying?
That is true, but I think it's on some shit like he does not give a fuck. Like I think he feels like he already got his team and he don't need nobody else.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of the, like, you know what I'm saying? Not to say he'll fall off, but he ain't gonna always be the same hot, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to burn every bridge on the way, especially the people that you could have just had a conversation with.
That is true. But to be honest, I don't think YoungBoy is gonna be making music for that much longer. You gotta think, this nigga's 22. I believe he's 22.
If he continues, eventually he's gonna have to grow. Like, he's gonna have to have some growth in his music.
The way he's going right now, he's gonna burn out.
Like, I think he tried, like with certain songs, like you can tell he's trying to do different things and you can hear growth in him. But it's like that side of him always still comes back out, like the demon, you know what I'm saying?
That is true, and he's not gonna be able to keep that shit up. Like, that's why. But I do feel like he want to get out the music industry as a whole. I do.
Yeah.
Because that's why he's.
I feel like a lot of the guys that been, you know what I'm saying, had a microscope on them since they was like 16. I feel like a lot of them, like, they were doing it to get out their situation. Now that they're out of it, it's like it's causing them still more problems. So eventually, yeah, he probably will just sit back and either take the CEO role or, you know what I'm saying, move on to something else and be control the fucking investor or whatever he want to do.
Nigga might start a podcast of his own.
Could, definitely. I think a lot of people would tune in, especially being that he doesn't do interviews at all, like, unless he'll talk to academics on the stream, but to, like, as far as like going to Breakfast Club and all that shit, he's not doing that.
Yeah.
But it's because he's been through so much shit, so much controversy. It's like, and he probably don't want to be the person to go up there and be like, nah, y'all can't ask me about this, y'all can't ask me about this, or y'all can't ask me about fucking 6-7 years ago when I threw my bitch out the hotel room. That I said, like, all that shit. It's just so much controversy, and I think it would do good for him though if he did do an interview, like more interviews at least.
It probably would, but at this level of the money he making, he probably feel like he don't gotta justify himself. Like,
at one point he said he doesn't have to do shows because he makes so much money.
He usually don't. He probably don't, but, and that's another thing. Academics, he don't be fucking with Baby too. Like, that's probably why he talked to Act.
Well, with Baby, that started because Baby dissed him, and then Act was making jokes at him back, and
Act has not stopped since.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, when you start with Act, he's gonna drag it out, and then Baby, I think, went on an interview and was saying some stuff, and it just teed Act up more, and it's like, Act kept saying, like, yeah, it's like, say you said something about me, so I'm gonna I'm gonna joke back, it's just jokes. But of course, artists usually don't have as thick of skin as regular people, and like they say, like, people be like, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit, and it's like, you live in a world people tell you don't care about what people think, but as an artist, you, like, that's your livelihood, is what people think of what you do.
Yeah. That is true. YoungBoy, they gonna kill you. You better stop dissing. Tell them niggas, fuck them. I'm not scared of them.